Hello, people of New World. It's me, Lamani, and welcome back to the channel. And today, I have my hopefully last video on how to level the season pass the fastest. And this way, you will never have to leave town, never grief your team in OPR, and never have to go out into the world on a slight occasion. But for the most part, you will be standing still, grinding through the pass, and be able to do it incredibly fast, thanks to some of the changes that were made recently. Now let's dive into some of those changes and how this is actually going to function and what you'll need to do. So in patch 1.9.3, the same one we referenced for the flame core change and something that's actually going to come in handy with some of this is the season pass had some quick changes, specifically these 5 activities. And so they have removed some of these and added in new ones. Now, they have some kill ones, great, but these are going to take too much time, and they adjusted some of the PvP ones. But what we're looking for is how do we just stand in town? Well, if you look right here, adjusted the following crafting season pass activities. These will count as axes for your stamps, which is great because it gives us some diversity. But we have craft 5, tier 5 weapons or apparel was changed to craft 3. Great, you could do this if you really wanted to, but the one I want to highlight is consume 10 T5 coatings was reduced to consume 2 T5 coatings. And this counts as an axe. So here is what you're essentially going to do. You're going to get a bunch of T5 coatings. You can craft these or buy these. Yes, they can be a little pricey, but it's only 2. It's not 10 anymore. So whatever you want to spend, it will be a little bit of a gold sink. I would probably prio crafting them for the bonus proc chance, but you now are saving so much more time because you don't have to consume 10, but you also can stand completely still next to a cooking station and never have to move, thanks to some of the other stamps we have for crafting consumables. And then in addition to salvage and some other options, you have a perfect system in place where all you have to do is just eat 2 quick coatings and you're good to go. So essentially this reduction in these consumables, yes, you could do this before, but they essentially just buffed the standing in town method. Let's actually show how this works in practice. So you're going to find yourself needing these things. First of all, you're going to have to go onto the trading post, and I would suggest just starting off with 1,000 of each food so that you can craft hearty meals up to 1,000. That should allow you to do 100 vial stamps if you need to. And then what I would also do is go through and focus on buying low-cost gear. So you're going to filter 500 gear score items, kind of like how we did for doing the OPR method. Because armor is lighter in weight, it's best to get as much of this as you can and stack this in your inventory as well. I will note with the foods, you're going to want to put them on your hotbar spots so that they take up less space, or put them into your storage chests so that you don't have to lug them around. The other thing, like I said, you would need are coatings. Either buy these depending on how your gold's looking or craft them. It will still be a little bit pricier to craft them, but at least you have the bonus proc chance and it's not 10 anymore. The last thing you'll need is just get some Azoth vials so that you're able to do rerolls. You will not need that many. I promise you, the large rerolls, if you think about it, even just rolling at 500 Azoth is only 20 vials. The number of times I rolled over 200 Azoth, I could count on one hand. So you don't have to worry about having that many vials. Just food, extra gear to salvage, coatings, and be ready to stand still for the most part. Here's how it works. You're going to find a beautiful scenic spot so that you can stare at a wall and sit in a kitchen, wherever is best for you, any town. Maybe you want to get some extra standing there. Next, I would empty my storage chest there so that I don't have other foods that might pop up when I'm trying to craft, and make sure your inventory is pretty clean so it's easier to click the things that you need to click. And you will be looking for the following stamps. One is crafting 10 T5 consumables. You can just craft 10 hearty meals, and that's the reason why we're standing next to a kitchen. Next, you'll be looking for salvage 5 tier 5 items. So you just jump into your inventory and salvage some of that gear you might have bought. And then the last one we're looking for is use 2 tier 5 weapon coatings, which again, jump in your inventory, click 2 really fast. You can't put this on your hotbar because it won't use the coating. So you have to actually go in and click twice. You can click them really fast, and that's about it. You just sit there, and as soon as you hit 3 stamps, you should go to the next card. Do not worry about getting 4 in a row, because the odds are that you have a card lined up with just axes and vials for 4 in a row are slim. If you do have the opportunity there where you can get it with low rerolls, go ahead and go for it because it is extra XP. But you should never go for a card and stamp 4 times unless you will get a 4 in a row, because that's just going to be a waste for a future card. Now, we do have to talk about one important card, and I'm going to call this the card of death. Okay, this is a card that comes up very, very, very infrequently, where you only have one vial and one axe, meaning you have to do something else, unfortunately, to actually complete the card and move on to the next one. So we do have some options here, and this is why I said technically, like, you might have to leave town, kind of. So I think it is best, if you were looking to just be the fastest and most efficient, to either do an event-related leaf card or go and craft a cast with your flame cores over by Empyrean Forge. You can buy enough flame cores. You need only 18, which you do get like 30 to 40 from season pass stuff. And you can craft 6 flame cores in a day. As long as you use this stamp one at a time and only use it for the card of death, you should be able to get out relatively free with just doing the flame core method. And all you have to do is fast travel over to the Empyrean Forge so that you can get through that card. Or what I did was I just did the event and I went and I picked up a flower that was right outside of town. You can open up your map, see where the flowers are, just kill some bees really quick, dump your wispy spritz, and boom, there you go. If there's some flowers close to each other, you could consider doing the additional ones if you perhaps got a double proc of grab a flower and also plant 10 wispy spritz, because you just have to plant them around the area. Your decision, but that is the only time you will ever have to leave town. Otherwise, it's just rinse and repeat. Do the same thing over and over and over again and enjoy this wonderful, wonderful bingo content. And at least you won't be griefing your team in OPR. I think there's going to be a video coming soon just critiquing some of the season pass and how we could really see some improvements. And I know somebody is going to give me a comment like, direct quote, "Hey, you little punk, stop doing this stuff. It's not funny." I'm not trying to be funny. I just think that there is definitely a call to action here with how we can improve the season pass coming for season 2 so that we don't have this kind of thing happening. And I'm not getting 50 XP for doing a 40-minute OPR. Anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed, and I hope this helped some of you. I appreciate you. Thank you to every single one of you people for actually watching these videos. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And thank you to every single one of you beautiful people for being you. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Peace.